Good morning. Today we are going to discuss regarding main two topics. One is the housing and another one is the ventilation. In housing we will discuss what is the basic standard of house and what is a house. These all things we will discuss, and ventilation we will discuss which all of them types of ventilation and what is ventilation. We'll see first one. Housing is a modern concept include not only the physical structure providing shelter but also immediate surroundings and related community services and facilities. What is the modern concept of housing? It is not only providing shelter. Whenever we heard this term in our mind, it will come regarding the shelter. But it is not only a shelter but also it is providing a immediate surroundings or good environmental plus good community services and facilities, because whenever we are going to purchase any of the house we'll see some of the basic things. This one is our surroundings, by which all of them service will get there. What is the facilities of housing? So that is a basic concept of housing in modern era. It is not only providing shelter but also our surrounding community services, or which all of the service will get there, and facilities. It may be defined as all places in which a group of people reside and pursue their life goals. The size of settlement varies from a single family to millions of people. So it is a residue and pursue their life goal. That is a basic concept of housing. And another one, it is size of settlement may varies from one single family to more than two, or like a joint family, 3 generation family. So like that housing number of members will be increased. So that is one of the definition. And WHO expert committee 1961, the public health aspects of housing preferred to use the term residential environmental. The housing is known as the residential environmental. The social goals are shelter, family life, access to community facilities, family participation in community life, and economical stability. These are the main goals of the housing: to get shelter, to maintain the family life, access to community facilities, family participation in community life, and economical stability. Next one, the implementation of social goals in housing require that government should be introduce some of the social housing schemes, establish both minimum and maximum standard, create a financial and fiscal institution geared to helping low income people to obtain credit and building, improving their house. This is all things will come under the government scheme. So how government is helping to the build the house? First one, there is some social housing scheme is there, and another one, to establish minimum and maximum standard, and some of the financial support also government is providing from their side. And what is the criteria of helpful housing? This is one of the important things we need to remember in exam and for our maintaining our housing also. So one is the physical protection and shelter. That is a basic concept of housing. It will help to get us a physical protection, and it is a good shelter. And second one is the, it is adequately, provide adequately for cooking, eating, washing, and excretory function. At least we need to meet these all basic things: cooking, eating, washing, and excretory function. It is designed, constructed, or maintained and used in a manner such as to prevent spread of communicable disease. This housing should be maintained like a prevent the spread of disease. Especially, commonly some of the foodborne disease and waterborne disease will be spread through the mosquitoes. So housing setup will help to protect from these mosquitoes or any of the flies, etc. So that is a basic concept of house. It will be protect us from the communicable disease, and it prevent the spread of communicable disease too. And another one, provide for protection from hazards of exposure to the noise and pollution. In previous class already we have discussed what is the hazards will happen due to noise, and here the pollution and noise, this two hazards we can prevent with the help of the good housing condition. And another one, it is free from unsafe physical arrangement due to construction or maintenance. It is free from the unsafe physical arrangement. The next one, what is a housing standard? The social and economical characters such as family income, family size, standard of living, lifestyle, changes in life cycle, education, this all will be affect the housing standard. The next one, this is one of the important point we need to remember. This we are taken from KEPA. So what are the things we should be remember whenever we are build the house? First one, site. It should be elevated from its surrounding, so it will help to enter any water from house. So some of them elevations from its surrounding. And another one, it should have independent access to street of adequate width. Next one, it should be away from the breeding places of mosquitoes and flies. Breeding place of mosquitoes and flies. And should be away from nuisance such as dust, smoke, smell, excessive noise and traffic. It should be away from nuisance, dust, smoke, smell, excessive noise and traffic. And another one, it should be pleasant surrounding. Next one, the soil should be dry and safe. Then last one, the subsoil water should be below the 1 degree feet. So first one, elevated from surrounding. Next one, independent access to the street, adequate width. That housing street should have the adequate width. It will help to transportation, good transportation, and we will get accessible of the all subject whenever we need. At least if any emergency condition, any vehicle can come. So this all things will help to the adequate width of the street. And another one, it is should be away from the breeding place of mosquitoes and flies. That's important, and it will link to the environmental sanitation too. Then next one, it should be away from nuisance such as dust, smoke, smell, excessive noise and traffic. Then pleasant surrounding, dry and safe soil, otherwise it may chance to fall. Then subsoil water should be below the 1 degree feet. Then setback, it is open space all around the house which allow the proper ventilation and lighting. What is the surrounding of house? That it means in the setback. We'll see in rural area, it recommended that built up area should not exceed 1/3 of total area. How much? 1/3 of total area. In urban area, it is 2/3 of total area. So it will help to get the good ventilation and lighting. Then floor, it should be pakka and satisfying the following criteria. Should be impermeable so that easy to clean and dry. Nowadays we are using tile or marble. Then must be smooth and free from cracks and crevices to prevent the breeding of insect and harborage of dust. And next one, it should be damp proof. If it is damp, there is may chance to the fungal infection also. So it should be damp proof. The height of plinth should be 2 to 3 feet. So it will help to prevent any damage of our walls. So plinth, it should be 2 to 3 feet or 0.6 to 1 meter, and it should be impermeable. Then wall should be a low heat capacity. You can see nowadays in all paint they are offering low heat capacity paints. So should have the low capacity, otherwise in our room will be in heat. And another one, weather resistance. And next one, unsuitable for the harbor of rat and vermin. The next one, roof, it should not be less than 10 feet in the absence of air conditioning for comfort. At least the height of the room should not be less than 10 feet or 3 meter. and have the low heat transmittance coefficients. That is the two main things in the room. Not room, sorry, roof. Next, room. It should not be less than 2. At least one of them can be closed for security. At least 2 room is good. At least 1 room is necessary for security. The other may be open on one side if that side is private courtyard, and number should be increased as per the family members. The number of rooms should be increased depend upon the family members. What is the floor area of housing? It should be at least 120 square feet for more than one person, at least 100 degrees square feet for the single persons, and it should not be less than 15 square feet. How much? It should not be less than 50, but if it is 100 to 120 is good. Okay. So next one is the cubic space. 500 cubic feet per capita is preferably, if 1000 is also. And windows. The window should be placed, the height is more than 3 feet above the ground level. The window should be placed at least 1 meter above the ground level. And windows should be the total floor area 1/5. And total doors and windows should be 2/5 of the total floor area. Windows should be 1/5 of total floor area. Door and window should be the 2/5 of the total floor area. That is a need. And lightning in the room, it should be exceed one of the half the floor area. There is a separate kitchen need. That kitchen is need to be get adequate light, water supply, sink, then another one proper drainage system also. We need to here remember two terms. One is sewage and sewage. Sewage and sewage. Commonly sewage is the draining we are using in this kitchen and all. Sewage is commonly in toilet draining the drainage system. Also that which are on the pipe that waste will be human excreta will be passage, that places will call, or that drainage system will call the sewage, and sewage other than human excreta. That time you should be remember it asked in last time exam 2 mark I think. Then privy, the sanitary privy must be every house belong to exclusive to it or readily accessible. Then another one, garbage and refuse should be removed from dwelling at least daily or disposed sanitary manner. That all waste should be changed at least daily, otherwise there is maybe chance of riot and vermin. Then separate for the bathing and washing facilities, adequate water supply is needed. Then rural house also there is small change, at least 2 living rooms, 1 veranda is needed. Built up area should not be exceed 1/3 of total area. Separate kitchen and sink also. Then house should be a sanitary latrine in rural housing, and windows should be 10% of floor area. There should be adequate arrangement for disposal of wastewater and refuse. Sanitary well or 2 well in the one house. And cattle shed. Commonly in rural house we can say the cattle shed, it should be at least 25 feet away from the dwelling houses, and the cattle shed should be open all side 8 feet into 4 feet. How much distance? 25 feet. 25 feet. In even well also it should be away from toilet, away from the toilet 25 feet. Then housing and health. In house and health, how it related? One is the respiratory infection. How respiratory infection will happen in the house? One is a hygienic practice depend upon the respiratory, and another one, the house should have a good ventilation system, especially the house should have good chula with that good exhausted in that one. Otherwise that all air will be in that room, it may chance to affect the respiratory issues. Then another one, skin infection, that also depend upon housing good maintenance. Rat infection, if we are not change the waste every day, it may chance to rat. Then arthropods, accidents, slippery type of houses, then some psychological effect also will come. Then another point is the overcrowding, especially if there is joint family house and a less economic status person, how like these issues may face. And next we are going to discuss about the another topic, ventilation. So before that, here we are going to conclude the house is related to really our health. And another one, the house should have some of the basic criteria we should be remember. One is the it depend upon the our site should be good, clean surroundings. And another one is a setback. Then next one is a floor, then wall, roof, room, floor area, cubic space, windows, lighting, kitchen, privy, and garbage and refuse, bathing and washing facilities, and water supply. Now we'll discuss about another one more topic also, ventilation. This not only means that the replacement of vitiated air by the supply of fresh outdoor air, but also control of quality of incoming air regard to its temperature, humidity, and purity. So the ventilation basic concept is maintenance the temperature, humidity, and purity of air. What is a cubic space? The minimal fresh air supplies ranging from 300 to 3000 cubic feet per hours per person. Then air change. This is one of the most important things. The normal living room, at least 2 to 3 air changes in 1 hour, and working rooms or assembly areas 4 to 6 air changes. At least room 2 to 3 air change. In assembly room 4 to 6 air changes. Then types of ventilation we are going to discuss. Mainly two type of ventilation. So one is the natural and another one is the mechanical. Natural and mechanical. Natural ventilation is the simplest system of ventilating some of dwellings, school and office. First one of natural ventilation is the wind. Wind. This blows through the room. It is called the perflections. And another term we need to remember here, diffusion. The air passes through the small opening or space through the, that is diffusion. Then sometime in room commonly it will happen inequality of temperature. The air flow from high density to low density. The property of air is utilized. Best advantage is proper location of windows, door ventilation, and skylight. And this one we should be remember one term also, cross ventilation. Cross ventilation is nothing but the door and windows should be in opposite. So the air can be come through the windows, it can be out to the that door or vice versa. So natural ventilation, one of the main things is the wind, and another one diffusion, and it will make chance to happen the inequality of temperature. These three terms you should be remember in natural ventilation. Wind, it is active force. When it blows through the room, we'll call the perflection. Perflection. The wind is blows through the room, we'll call the perflection. When there is an obstruction, the bypass and exert suction action at its tail end is known as the, it is called the diffusion. If some of them obstruction will come, that wind or that air will be passed through the other way, that is the diffusion. Or the air passes through the smallest opening or space by the diffusion. The air passes through the smallest opening or space. Then another one is the inequality of temperature. Inequality of temperature. Then mechanical ventilation. First one is the exhaust. Everybody know what is exhaust. We will put some of them exhaust fan. It will be suck that in room room air. So that is the use of exhaust ventilation. Then another one is the plenum ventilation, that everyone know, our centrifugal fan, that is a plenum ventilation. And third one is the balanced ventilation. It is a combination of exhaust and plenum systems. And last one is the air conditioning. So which all of them? Mechanical ventilation, exhaust ventilation, then plenum ventilation, balanced ventilation, and air conditioning. Air conditioning, then balanced ventilation, plenum ventilation and exhaust ventilation. So here we are discussing about what is the ventilation. Mainly two type of ventilation. So one is natural and another one is the mechanical. In natural, three times you should remember. One is wind, diffusion and inequality of temperature or high rise of temperature. In mechanical ventilation, first one is exhaust, second one is plenum and another one is the balance and last one is the air conditioning. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day.